The Malyuk is an AK-74 bullpup conversion made by Ukraine. It was designed to act as a replacement for the AKMs and AK-74s in service with the Ukrainian army, and also replace the Fort 221, a licensed clone of the Israeli Tavor bullpup rifle. It is primarily used by Ukrainian special forces and other irregular troops. The Malyuk was designed to be a quick and cheap replacement for the AKs used by the Ukrainian military, and thus it takes many design cues from the AK-74. The Malyuk is essentially an AK-74 receiver surrounded by a polymer shell. This means already built AKs can be easily converted into a Malyuk. The Malyuk uses the same receiver, barrel, bolt carrier and trigger as a regular AK-74. These are all placed inside a polymer shell which is entirely hollow. The Malyuk is a bullpup, which means the magazine is located behind the trigger. This is done to increase the barrel length while keeping the overall size of the rifle shorter than it would be with a traditional setup. The Malyuk can be chambered in either 5.45 by 39mm or 7.62 by 39mm, depending on if it was made from an AKM or AK-74 receiver. The Malyuk has a new charging handle located at the front of the weapon. This charging handle is very reminiscent of other bullpups such as the Tavor. The Malyuk also added a new safety switch placed above the trigger. This makes it very easy to access while holding the rifle. Despite this, the Malyuk still uses the AK selector switch to change between fully and semi-automatic firing modes. The Malyuk features a Picatinny rail on the top of the polymer shell, giving a stable platform for mounting optics. There is also a Picatinny rail on the right and underside of the polymer shell for lights, lasers and foregrips. In 1993, the first attempt to replace Ukraine's Soviet AKs was made, with the beginning of the Vepa rifle. The Vepa, much like the Malyuk, was a bullpup conversion of the AK-74. In 2010, the Ukrainian government was planning on adopting the Vepa, but in 2014, after the Maidan Revolution, which saw the pro-Russian government replaced with a pro-West one, the Vepa was cancelled and Ukraine decided to instead adopt the Iwi Tavor. In 2005, the Malyuk began development as an improved version of the Vepa, funded by the Interpro Invest company. This rifle was initially known as the Vulcan, and later the Vulcan M. The first prototypes were shown off in 2008, and the design was finalized in 2012. Production began 4 years later, and the rifle is now used in the Ukrainian military, primarily by special forces such as the National Guard and the Rapid Operational Response Unit. The Malyuk has been often touted as the greatest AK bullpup variant. It has been shown off in the Russo-Ukrainian War to be an effective rifle, at least equal in quality to the rifles it is replacing. The Malyuk will likely be a rifle that goes down in history for its use in the Russo-Ukrainian War, if nothing else.